Portuguese, English, Spanish, Korean, Thai, and Chinese Mandarin. Those are all of the languages I am either fluent, learning, or keeping some track of in 2024 while studying for my final year of school and getting prepared for becoming an adult in Brazil. That's basically it. Growing up, I was always curious about language learning. I started learning English at a young age, going to language schools. But you know what? It was all boring. I really hated studying that language stuff, and that was until I found myself playing Roblox for hours a day and getting so immersed into English that in only a few months' time, I was already at a conversational level without spending anything but my precious teenager time on some B-Swarm game. It was amazing. Suddenly, language studying became cool. Eventually, I got myself exposed to Asian languages during the pandemic, and from that time on, things got really crazy. On a daily basis, I was watching language videos, learning vocabulary in 3 languages at once and probably more, talking with natives, using flashcards, practicing on Duolingo, but struggling to become fluent in any of them. Who could have guessed? However, just as the pandemic ended, life happened. And ever since then, I just didn't have enough time to study other languages. The past few months, my language studying routine was very passive and ordinary. I did get some progress, but way less than if I had kept my old routine. This is why I want to return to a language studying routine and set myself new goals for it during this year, 2024. Now, hear me out. Having such a packed final high school student year, how the hell am I going to succeed in making through a language studying routine, let alone creating one? Well, we're about to find out. First things first, goal setting. Here's a list of all the 5 languages included in the thumbnail of this video. First step is to start by analyzing each one, envisioning where I hope to be in each language by the end of this year. Portuguese. Well, it's my native tongue. The only improvement I need in Portuguese by the end of this year is on writing essays I'll need in the future entrance exams, which is not at all language learning, but still. English. I'm pretty much fluent, but I do need to acquire more advanced vocabulary and practice more of my conversational skills so as to sound more natural like John from Michigan, whoever you may be. Espanol. As a Brazilian myself, I have not so many issues towards understanding spoken Spanish. However, I struggle a lot, and I mean a lot, when I actually try to speak it. Can't remember the words, sounds, and sometimes I just speak too fast, boludo. So I need to immerse myself in Spanish this year. Google. I need to immerse myself way more through reading and especially speaking. Currently, I am able to understand some basic Korean, but just like in Spanish, I have trouble when it comes to actually using it. Can't help when the language grammar is backwards. Being able to speak Korean is such a talent, to be honest. Mandarin. Definitely the language I shall focus the most throughout the year. My goal is to reach at least a basic conversational level by the end of this year, being able to read basic texts and use the language with people. Yeah, real life people. And finally, Thai. It's pretty much useless for me for the time being. Sorry, priorities. But thinking about it now, I may return it to studies in the following years. Yay. Second, the methodology. Now here's the tricky part. There are multiple videos around YouTube teaching you effective and quick ways to study a foreign language, such as the usage of language flashcards, sticky notes around your entire house, journaling, watching videos in the language you're studying with subtitles, etc. But I am going to try a method of mine that I just made up right now, which is a mix of them all. As a matter of fact, I tend to learn way faster through immersion, and in order to force me to do that, I will do the following. Number 1. Record myself speaking in a foreign language on a weekly basis. As to improve my pronunciation and overall conversational skills, I also should learn new grammar in that meantime. Number 2. Start talking with foreigners by using the languages I am focusing on this year through apps like Tandem, how to pronounce it, Discord, and maybe even Omegle. It doesn't exist anymore. Practice writing Hanzi on a daily basis as to improve my Chinese writing skills, not speaking, writing skills. Number 4. Consume any content I found on the internet like webtoons, series, YouTube videos in those foreign languages. In other words, immersion. Overall, it basically sums up to practice writing, listening, reading, and pronunciation. That's what you call language learning, but whatever. It looks so difficult yet so obvious at the same time, boy. Oh, but hey, are you not going to use language flashcards? Well, maybe. And last but not least, let us not forget Duolingo. Oops, I accidentally opened the app. Oops, oh no, my 1000 plus day language streak. Oh my god. Well, this methodology might be altered once in a while, depending on the circumstances that may appear throughout this year. For instance, if a World War III breaks out, I would be drafted. Yeah, hehe. Nah, jokes aside, that is pretty much the very foundation of my language learning routine for this year. It looks sloppy and too ambiguous, but I just don't have enough time to think about it too much. What's the point of creating a perfect study routine if you don't have the discipline to actually start doing it? So as to summarize, picking languages, setting detailed goals with a realistic finish line, use study methods that work best for you. For me, it's immersion in foreign language content, chat with natives, and take action. Now rest assured, for the following days, I will start releasing weekly language videos consisted of various topics and try my best to follow through these short goals amidst everything else. And if I said something too dumb, you may leave it on the comments. I just started this channel. Yeah, thank you for watching.